Today I'm going to demonstrate to you how to qualify for a Super Speedway on iRacing. The car I'll be using today is the Class A with the fixed setup at Talladega in default weather. Qualifying at a Super Speedway, although not compulsory, puts you in a good position to be ahead of silly wrecks at the start, and also in fixed racing where it's hard to pass. If a yellow comes out, you're in prime position to retain the lead, especially if you have to pit. Although Daytona and Talladega are both plate tracks, they drive in a completely different way. Daytona is half the width of Talladega and has much tighter corner exits, making it much easier to hit the wall, especially on the exit of turn 2. The tri-oval, however, at Talladega is bumpy, and the apron is unable to be used because of the position of the start-finish line relative to the tri-oval. You scrub too much speed off if you use the apron. The most important thing to do when starting a run, is to exit the pit lane with minimum wheel spin, and also when up changing to not hit the rev limiter. So here we go. The cup car revs to about 9800 RPM, so you want to be shifting at just before that point. Do not short shift, you'll scrub speed off. Okay, we're qualifying. I'll shift up to 4th at that AMP energy sign. Now the most important thing on the outlap is to stay as high as possible to the wall all the way around the track. I tend to stay a little closer to the dotted line than some. It just makes it easier to know your reference points. So here we go, first lap, we're going to stay right up against the outside wall. Be smooth as possible. No jerky movements. Exits at Talladega are a lot more open than Daytona, so you can release the wheel and carry the car through. Now these fixed setups are quite stable. If you're running an open setup where you do some tricks with the left front tyre, it makes it looser and harder to control and more on edge. Now here we go, come to end the first lap. We'll wait for the end of the safer barrier, there it is. Start easing the car down slowly. Not too sharp or you scrub off speed. Now come back with the middle of the car on the dotted line. Into the corner smooth without getting too swirly. It's much easier to do that in the fix than it is the open, especially in overcast weather. You carry much more speed. At exit of the corner, you ease the car up to the middle of the track and then point the car at the entrance, and basically the same as turn 1. Ease it in. Try and keep it on the yellow line and then come up a little bit, don't go above the dotted line. Keep the car straight, and once you pass the end of the dotted line, turn in very late to here. Don't scrub off any speed. And a 50.7, that will put you on pole virtually 95% of the time. I'll do another run. One thing also, it's very important, if you mark up your pit exit and cross start finish line on lap 0, you must complete the run because in official qualifying, because otherwise it will counter lap if you reset. A little bit jerky on the up change there. Want to try and be smooth. If you're using auto clutch like I am, lift off as you're up change so it doesn't clunk the gear. changed a little bit early there, but it doesn't make a terrible amount of difference. A lot of people aren't very good at plate track qualifying. They often do things that either scrub off speed or don't build up enough speed. One of those is going middle on the first lap. I don't like going middle. It's shorter, so you don't have as much distance to build up speed. Especially so here at Talladega, which is much easier to drive. There is another super speedway on iRacing, the old Daytona. The principles discussed here kind of apply to that track, but because of how bumpy it is, it's very easy to be thrown off. And with the bottom being so bumpy, it's almost impossible to stay on the yellow line, so you just hold on and hope that you don't push up. Right, so here we go, into the safer barrier. As little wheel as possible, ease it down, and up, just on the dotted line. Nice smooth entry. A little pointy, there's a little bit of time there. It's very easy to very tempting to stay on that yellow line to gain time, but you scrub off speed and end up losing what you gain. Again, a little bit higher entry than last time. Constant wheel. Come up a bit. Into the dotted line. Turn in late. Stay on the yellow line. How about that? Exactly the same time. So I hope you enjoyed the lesson. I hope you got something out of it.